Hi guys, this is Joey the Goat. I'm going to bring up a touchy subject right now. I'm going to say this right now, and I'm going to say this loud and clear. People need to realize that David B. Shore, our ex-sheriff that will always be our sheriff of St. Johns County, David Shore and Rob Harwick are best friends, and they talk to each other on a daily basis. Both of these brave men served and fought for this United States of America. This is what's wrong with our country now these days. People like to pick and brag and say they're better than everybody else. People like to say that God is not real. But why the hell are you born? Why the hell are you even here if God's not real? But let me tell you something, folks. When I lived with my dad, I had an honor of going to meet David B. Shore when he was running for sheriff. I forget who he was running against. But I'm going to say this. He won. He won. But the other thing, too, is if you guys want to criticize me or come after me, go ahead. I don't give a fuck. I knew Officer Jeremy Banks. We shared a locker for 4 years in a row at St. Augustine High School. I knew Michelle. I knew Jeremy. I knew David Shore. Jeremy Banks, officer, my friend, my pal, my everything, Jeremy Banks. We're bestest friends. We had class together. We had computer skills class together. We had after school together. Jeremy Banks is not a murderer. Jeremy Banks is not a bad guy. In high school, Officer Banks and Michelle supposedly murdered, but that wasn't his intentions. But let me tell you something right now. When President Trump gets out of office, this is just my facts. This is just my facts, okay? When Sheriff Harwick gets done being sheriff for the second term, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. And I would love it if it happened. Because they're two veterans. I would love to see David Shore watch what goes on when he wins the Senate. Watch what happens when he's in the White House. And I would love, trust my God, trust my heart, and hope to die on this one. I would love to see David Shore and Robbie Harwick in office of the White House. Those two together would work like hell to make our military better. Make us kick ass. David Shore and Rob Harwick, I think since the Republicans would be for war. I'm sorry. Every time I see David Shore, he comes up and shakes my hand and says, "Brother Wages, how you doing? How you doing? How's Alan doing? How's Christine doing? How's your mom doing? How's your brothers doing?" That's family to me. David Shore knew my family because we're good old boys. We're the Wages family. We never left St. Augustine, so we know everybody. And everybody knows us. Y'all can say what y'all want about my friend, my pal, my everything, Officer Banks. Y'all can say what y'all want about my former sheriff, David B. Shore. Y'all can say whatever the hell y'all want to about Robbie Harwick not being a good sheriff and all this and that. I see your comments on media. I see your negative thoughts. But I hope everybody pays attention to my YouTube sees this, because I think Robbie Harwick and David Shore would be great presidents and vice presidents of the United States of America, because there's two reasons. Because they're both veterans. David Shore was in the Navy. Robbie Harwick was in the Army. Robbie Harwick was FBI. Robbie Harwick was CIA. And they have seen everything that's going down with our country. I think the two of them would be another Trump in the White House if they won. If they won. Guys, Jeremy Banks is not a bad person. Every time I have to listen to that 911 call that people keep on posting on social media, it breaks my heart. Because I knew Jeremy. I knew Jeremy. He didn't kill nobody. That wasn't his intentions. I don't know what really went on, but that was not my pal, Officer Banks' decision. And y'all don't know what really happened behind the scenes on social media about Officer Banks, so y'all can keep y'all's fucking words off social media. I don't know what really happened. David Shore, my best friend. Rob Harwick, my best friend. This is why I feel loved in this country, in this St. Augustine area, because my friends, my family was all good old boys, good old family. We had a great family together. Everybody knows everybody in St. Augustine. My dad is one of the biggest rednecks here in St. Augustine. We know the Leggetts, the DuPonts, the Sugarts. We know the Harwicks. We know the Shores. Jeremy Banks did not kill nobody. And the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office did not cover up anything. But I bet you right now, I will be voting David Shore in this election. And Sheriff Rob Harwick for the Sheriff of St. Johns County. I'm proud to call St. Johns County Sheriff's Office my home and look for help if I need it. My most respect will go for each and every sheriff out there that I know. Neil Bronner, Rob Kennedy, Officer Aaron McLaren, Donnie and Vinny Russo. They knew my mom really well. Chrissy Paget, Katie Wallace, Officer Preston, Jason Briggs, Sergeant Briggs. Guys, y'all don't know what y'all are talking about on this media. David Shore is a good guy that fought to protect for this country. Leave the fucking man alone. He's a veteran. Rob Harwick, our sheriff of St. Johns County. I'll always remember what he did when my family relative died. And I didn't feel like going to the funeral. And I almost got hit by a car that day. And he stopped traffic to bring me to my family member's funeral. I have love for our law enforcement. And I will back the blue no matter what. People on media, get your head out of your ass. You know nothing about David B. Shore, Rob Harwick, the sheriff, Jeremy Banks. My best friend. Say your fucking media shit away. Stop being so negative. This is what's wrong with this country. But that's okay. I'm gonna get judged. My mom's gonna get judged. My whole entire family's gonna get judged. But I'm always gonna be proud of every St. Johns County deputy for what they do. And I'm proud to say Sheriff Harvick will win again. David Shore will win for Senate. Donald J. Trump will win as our President of the United States. Get right with God, guys. That's the thing. It's only a matter of time till he comes back. Pray for your enemies that hate you. That's what's the problem with people now these days. Amen.